Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy RG Evolutions. I haven't really been uploading a lot lately, although there are 3 videos out in the past 24 hours, but, I have to deal with my improvisations as I go in this whole intro thing, so you're gonna have to deal with the whole introductory few moments, but, today I'm gonna be doing a live commentary, the first in my series revolving around storytelling. It's not necessarily a live commentary, it's not live at all, but you get the idea. So,
Time to work, Ghost Squad.
if you're not comfortable with having drugs talked about, like say you have a parent nearby or something you don't want them to hear, then I suggest leaving the video now because that's what's going to be talked about in this video. So, this is episode 1 of my storytelling series. I don't have a name for it yet. You'll see that in the title of the video by the time this is uploaded. So, this video is going to be talking about the first time that I ever smoked weed. So, for those of you who don't know what weed is, basically, if you're living in a box, it's an illegal drug. I'm not going to get into why it's illegal or anything like that. I have some opinions, but I'm not going to express those in this video. Maybe some other time, but after a good while of hanging out with people who smoked weed, I never really had any effect by hanging out with them. It didn't like make me want to smoke. And after hanging out for a long time, I kind of just wanted to try it. Like things hadn't been going my way for a little bit, and then I got really happy again. Like there were things going my way once again, and I was like, you know what? I want to try this because everyone who I knew who did it was always like really chill. So I decided that it would be worth it to try it at least once, and once I went to go try it, it wasn't even, it was a on the spot moment decision. I wasn't planning to when it happened. Basically, I was hanging out with my friend Sean. It's not his actual name, but for the purposes of this series, I'm going to use fake names for people. So Sean, who lived down the street from me, was hanging out with me, and my girlfriend at the time, who I now despise, we'll call her Juliet, was on her way home. I don't exactly remember where she was at the time. I have a pretty terrible memory, but she was on her way home, and she had to meet up with her dealer, and she couldn't be home in time for it. So I was pretty sketched out. I didn't know who this person was, but apparently she lived in our condo complex where we had both lived. So I didn't think much of it. I went to her house. I picked up the cash that she told me. She told me where the cash was. Her parents let me in. I got the cash, and I went to the dealer's house. So she knew that I was coming, and I was pretty sketched out because I had never been involved in any of this kind of stuff before. So, excuse me, got a little bit of a cold, but I went over there and I bought her weed, right? So,
ready for deployment.
um, she being the dealer, we'll call her Brianna. I think that might actually be her real name. We'll just go with Brianna. Brianna apparently had talked to Juliet before. They were good friends, and they had talked about me, right? So Brianna was telling me about how Juliet had wanted me to smoke, but she didn't want to ask me because she thought that I would be like offended or it would hurt me because I didn't do it on my own or something along those lines. I wasn't exactly sure what her train of thought was, but so I was thinking at the time, I've been wanting to try this, so why don't I just do it while Juliet's here? It's hard to think of these names and remember them, but while Juliet's here, and Juliet came back, and I decided that I was gonna do it. So Brianna had it's a thing called a bowl. If you're not involved in this kind of stuff, you wouldn't really know what it is, but you can Google marijuana bowl or tobacco bowl on Google and it'll come up. So we had a bowl and we had rolling papers, and they rolled one joint and they packed one bowl, right? And I had no idea what this bowl thing was. When I first heard it, I remember this, it was actually really funny. When I first heard bowl, I was like, well, how is a bowl gonna help me get high? I was thinking, like, where do I put the weed? Where do I don't understand this thing. So, that was quite the experience. And then I finally saw it, and I was like, oh, I see how this works. So, I kind of got the idea, but after a long enough time, I really decided that I just wanted to try it. So she comes home, she packs the bowl, right, and she hands me it first. And I was pretty angry because I had no idea what I was doing. I was completely clueless. And I went to go smoke it, right? And I thought that since heat rises, you would light the weed underneath, and the flame would rise into it, and then you'd breathe in with the hole in the end. So I tip it upside down, and all of it comes flying out. I guess you could call that a high before being high, but you know, I was pretty retarded at that moment, and I realized afterwards, like, gravity and physics. Wish I knew that beforehand. So that all falls out. They spend like 30 minutes cleaning it up while we're smoking that joint, and the joint was obviously easier because there's no like defined. It's not hard, you know. It doesn't take skill. You don't have to know what you're doing to actually smoke one. So
Care package ready for direction.
that was pretty interesting. And to be honest with you, the first time I got high, I didn't really feel very high. I didn't really know what I was doing. I wasn't breathing in and everything. You know, I don't know if you're involved in any of this kind of stuff, but if you are, you know what I'm talking about. So. I may have rambled on in this video, I may have sounded dumb, I may have, you know, stumbled on my words. I have speech impediment, you can get over that, but, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like it, comment, rate, and, if you want to see more videos like it, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and, peace out.
We're winning this fight. SATCOM uplink enabled. Friendly ground jammer active. SATCOM ready. SATCOM uplink enabled. Friendly shock and all commencing. Friendly Oracle online. Sleight of hand. Mission accomplished. Good day's work.